Hi, can I share my screen? I am Shirl from the University of California, Berkeley, Center for Cities and Schools, which in collaboration with Youth and Arts and Dominican University Service Learning students this spring, that's part of the Y Plan program at UC Berkeley that really focuses in on our cities and how our cities need to be improved and how young people can engage with those cities to create healthy, sustainable, and joyful cities, while at the same time structuring success for all young people. Our classes are always dependent upon having an authentic civic client, someone who offers the students a challenge and someone who has the power to actually take action on that challenge. The classes our Y Plan programs are always based in classrooms. They're place-based and community-focused. We also feature social justice and equity, and we use a 5-step methodology. We go through a 5-step process, which is really focusing on the strengths of the children, the strengths of our participants, young people, all the way from K through high school. We also help them look at the city, mapping their community, focusing on their community. More important, how do we take action on the conditions that they observe in their community and really imagine and ideate and envision what best practices are and how we can translate those best practices into something in our own community. A really important part of all Y Plan and youth and arts projects is going public presentation. How do we do public speaking? How do we talk to civic leaders? We usually create a civic space where the students can present their recommendations and their visions for how change can happen in our cities. This program really was focused on pathways, bridges, and gateways to college. Our client was the president and vice president of Dominican University, how the university can actually respond to the children's recommendations for what they need, what their parents need. How do we make those pathways and bridges and gateways and opportunities to college happen? We really had an art-based program this year. 2 classes. We had 51 students working with mentors from Dominican and University of California, Berkeley, looking at those pathways, gateways, and bridges to college. We started off with a tower. Each child built a tower featuring adjectives that represented their strengths, their talents, their abilities. So we had a city of towers in the classroom. Each student also built a portfolio where they contained their observational drawings of towers, gateways, bridges, also different support materials and skill building materials. The portfolios are very creative and very chock full of all kinds of interesting work that the young students did. Secondly, on their pathways to college, they started thinking about bridges. What are those bridges? How can we build friendship bridges that feature both qualities and interests and talents and hobbies that the students each had? And each child built their own bridge that also had something about their partner in their bridge. Then we started building our pathways. Again, we're building all the ingredients that are leading us from elementary school to college. These pathways featured symbolic hopes and dreams and words of aspiration that each one of the children had for their future. Again, these are the ingredients. The next ingredient was gateways. For each ingredient, the students did observational drawings. This is David drawing gateways, and then they started translating those drawings and visions of best practices into their own models of gateways. Again, always leading toward college and their future. A highlight of our residencies were a visit to Dominican, where students in the anatomy lab and the medical building, I don't know what you call it, the med labs, the nursing labs, and the art labs introduced the children to Dominican and the students at Dominican. It was a real highlight to visit the campus and to do hands-on activities, to meet the president, and to do public speaking within a dignified university setting. Many of the kids said they wanted to live at Dominican. It was so great. So we started putting all the ingredients together and adding a college campus at the end of each transect. Each child built a transect and then wove their ingredients together into this long transect, which they also shared with their parents here at their open house evening, which was a real highlight. Here they are building their transects, working together and working individually. Then they really started focusing on sustainability. How do we integrate sustainability into this, capturing the energy of the sun, wind, capturing rainwater, conserving it, reusing it, our relationship to nature. They integrated those features into every one of their transects. And here are all the classes working together with our mentors. This is a panoramic view of Mr. Seligman's class. And here's a panoramic view of Miss Wilson's class. All 51 students and our Dominican and UC Berkeley mentors We had 5 mentors from UC Berkeley, which kids loved and really blended very well with our Dominican mentors, who were Miss Jamie, Miss Natalia, Nicole, Mr. Zahn, and Miss Jackie from Dominican. And it was a very powerful experience. Thank you, everyone.